Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Java and Data Structures tutorial. In this tutorial, I will show you how to sort the arrays using Bubblesort technique. So by using this technique, one can sort the array either in ascending order or in descending order. This is one of the most simplest and oldest technique for sorting the array. This is basically an intermediate series. So if you are new to Java, then I will recommend you to watch some of the basic tutorials first and then you can get started from here. But you can start from here as well if you're smart enough to understand it. So basically I will just show you a demo of Bubblesort. Okay, so array before sorting, you may be looking at this console that 20, 30, 2, 1 and 5 are the elements, are the array element before sorting, and 1, 2, 5, 20 and 30 are the sorted arrays in ascending order. So that's simple enough. So basically in this tutorial we are going to write step-by-step code for implementing the Bubblesort algorithm technique. So I'll be using Notepad++ editor throughout this tutorial for editing my Bubblesort technique program. So our first step is to initialize the public class Bubblesort2 and then public static void main, which is the main function of any class in Java programming language, string args, etc. And then we are going to do initialization. So basically we will initialize array variable over here which will hold some of the values in it. I will comment it out first so it is easier for you to understand. Then int array equal to the elements such as 20, 30, 5, 6, 9, etc. And then the next step is to count the elements inside this variable array. So we'll make another variable called as count, in count, which is equal to array dot length. So what this length function does is it will count the elements inside the array and it will retrieve us the value, which is 5 over here. Fine, we will just make a comment out of it, and then we will print out system.out.println for us to refer that because we are going to basically we are going to first print out all the elements in an unsorted manner. So we'll just make a system.out.println that unsorted arrays are as follows. It's simple. Then we will make a for loop which will loop through all these elements and retrieve us all the values inside this arrays. So for int I equal to 0, I less than count, and then I plus plus. Simple enough, no need to explain much more over here. And then system.out.println array of I. So I hope it is very much clear to you of how to print all the elements in an array. If not much clear, then you have to clear your basics of arrays first, and then you have to check out this tutorial. Okay. The next step is then to make a for loop which will loop through all the elements inside the array, because we are going to sort them in an ascending order. So the 20 element is at 0 position in the variable array and the 30 is at first position. Okay, so 20 is going to compare with 30, and then it is going to compare with 5, and then 8, and then 9, etc. Fine. Now we are going to initialize int I equal to 0, I less than count, and I plus plus, for which we are going to start off with the first element, because our first element is at 0 position, that is 20. Okay, over here. And then we will make out another loop inside this main loop. So the next loop will be for int j equal to 0, j less than count, and j plus plus. So what this loop does is it will act as a next elemental loop. Okay, so it will loop through next elements. It will actually compare with another element. So basically it's I plus 1, not I is equal to 0, because 0 plus 1 is 1, that is 30. And similarly it will increment j plus plus, that is it will go from next to 5, then 6, and then 9. So it will increment I plus 1, so that is 30, 5, 6 and 9. So it will compare 20 with 30, 5, 6 and 9. Similarly, for when I equal to 1, that is 30, it will compare with 3, 6 and 9, and it will sort out the logic, sort out the arrays. Okay, so now let's make out the condition, that is if array of I greater than array of j, array of j. Okay, so what this does is that array of I, that is 20, the element at 0 position is greater than element at first position, that is 30, which in our case is false. So uh, it won't enter into the if block because the condition is false, and if only returns true or false. So it so we have array of 0 is 20 and array of j as 30. Fine. So 20 and 30, but this condition of array of I is greater than array of j holds false. So if it holds true, then we are going to make a variable called as temp, okay, which will hold the value of array I, which will be greater in this case than array of j. Okay, so for array of I, that is 0, is going to be stored in temporary variable. So now let's just interchange the values, so it will make you more clear. So now in this case we have 30, which is more than 20 over here. Fine. So in this case the if condition will work, and the array of I, that is at 0 position, the 0 position holds a value of 30, is going to be stored in the variable temp over here. Okay, similarly we are going to then interchange the value of I and j as well. So over here we are going to put it array of j equal to array of I. So we are going to change the value of array of I to array of j, because we are going to store the least value in an array of least value in array of I, because we are sorting in ascending order, and array of j will hold the greater value over here, which is in variable temp, because the variable temp holds 30 over here. So 30 is stored into variable array of I, sorry, array of j, my mistake, my bad. Okay, so now we are just going to print out all the sorted elements in an ascending order using for loop. So for int k equal to 0, k less than count, and k plus plus. Okay, it's very much simple, it cannot be much simpler than this. The array stuff. Okay, and then we're just going to copy and paste system.out.println and paste it over here, and just replace it k with I, and then we are just going to clear all the stuff, and we are going to write system.out.println arrays in an unsorted unsorted order r, because otherwise it would print all the elements in just a one line, so it would be very much confusing for you. So arrays in ascending order r, you can write anything whatever you want. Okay, so it's simple as it is. Bubblesort2.java and java bubblesort2. Okay, so we got the output. Unsorted arrays are 30, 25, 6 and 9, and arrays in ascending order are 5, 6, 9, 20 and 30. So it's very much simpler. I hope you understand this, and let's try with by adding some more elements to the array variable. Okay, so 23, 4, you can add many more elements if you want, and you can play around with it, and you can develop your own logic. You can even write array of 5 greater than array of j plus 1, and you can initialize array of j equal to 0. You can do anything you want. If you still don't get it, then please post comment on my YouTube channel. If you're my classmate, then please contact me or meet me after college or whenever you get time, and just now just compile it, and we got the output. Sorry, wrong file. Now the right file. Yeah, we got the output. So that's it for this tutorial.